Hey guys, I'm just gonna finish getting set up here. So if you can please excuse me. Hmm, that's weird. Oh, can I not delete it? Is that the thing? Hold on. I'm sort of new to this. Give me one moment, guys. Oh, so I can't delete it. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. That's weird. I can't delete it, so I'm gonna have to make like a new folder for that or something eventually. I'm just gonna finish getting set up here, guys. I'm not even sure how to look at YouTube chat without going to the actual stream. I'm gonna have to learn a few things. Cause I'm way too new. I'm not even sure how to look at YouTube chat without going to the actual stream. I'm gonna have to learn a few things. I'm way too new. I'm not looking at chat. I just thought I'd say that. I'm still trying to learn how to get things set up. I'm not ready. I will be in a moment. Um, 20. Okay, I think I'm looking at the chat now. I think. So let's see how that goes. I also gotta like work on the little bottom layer there where I have all the info written down. I want to work on that. One last thing. Well, since this is new, please let me know. Please let me know what's up. I appreciate all the feedback. Okay. I'm gonna make a larger price for you guys to look at. We'll do Coinbase. Why not? I'm just gonna do my thing. make sense of this here. So I guess I don't need this anymore. I don't need that anymore. We're gonna do it differently. We're gonna keep the trend moving. Better high to look at here. Okay, okay. One 85 1. See that dip right there to 85 1. 85 1. I think that was already filled. Oh, which exchange was it? Biget? Yeah. Liquidation is acting as as a support. See, I can't find anything over that though. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why the price can't just rally higher. We are seeing a potential. Hold on. Oh yeah, and then see these. This one's acting 90.5. Same thing right here. 90.5. And it's not a triangle pattern. Technically, actually, it's still forming a higher high and higher low pattern right here. It's not something I'm too confident with. Well, at the end of the day, if it holds, that heat map resistance would definitely be met. The momentum is still there as well. My question is, yeah, and it shows this could go higher. I'm not sure how. It's in a really good fair value area within that fib zone that I like. It's right. It reached it. I think it only closed in that area once. Yeah, like once. Yeah, I'm bullish right now, short term. Yeah, I'm still short term bullish. I just want to see. I mean, I don't think if a retest is gonna happen, I don't think it's gonna happen like right now or within the next couple hours or anything. Uh yeah, that's the thing trying to make sense of this, right? Technically that support was filled. We're looking for a retest. And that did fill in that imbalance right here. All this imbalance. So technically with those liquidations too, I don't see why we can't go higher and retest 90. More likely than coming back down and testing any of these supports down here. Yeah, like like the possibility of the major support area if there's a large dip that happens, which is unlikely in my opinion. This isn't very likely. It's still possible. It's something that shouldn't be overlooked because we can easily come back down as quickly as we extend it up here higher. I'm still gonna hold on to. I sold. I admit that big ITU short term, just little day trade today. I feel like I should have just held on to it because it's bearish to me. Although we are hanging down over here, still at the bottom of this. Yeah, my internet's being slow. I need an Ethernet cable. I feel like I'm doing this wrong though. I'm watching this stream on my MacBook. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing something wrong when it comes to streaming. A little too new. Yeah, I'm still short term bullish. Like this is still in line with me, regardless of hanging down here below this the bottom portion of that candle. I think next time I trade, I'm gonna try to minimize this somewhat, and putting my core Bitcoin position right here to show that. That might be something. Let's see what happens. Because first support area was filled. I don't see why we can't go any higher. It's a game of patience. Yeah, there's some more shorts piling up. There's more liquidation being built up right here. 90.3. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm being too greedy. Wanting to see a little bit of a higher push up. Price fell down a little bit. It is Tuesday, so it's not the weekend. Overnight, we should see a move to continue filling in the story here. Regardless, I'm not gonna sell my spot Bitcoin for a while. We're not even holding 90K yet, and we're not even in the $100,000 level yet. We're not even in the last month of this year yet. We're not even 2025 yet. There's a lot more upside to go.
Wow. I wish I had prepared something to say. God guide you in your quest. You know what? Sometimes all the body needs to heal itself is to be promoted. You broke up with your boyfriend and then kept working together. How did that work out?
You remember you fired Roy for attacking Jen and haven't talked to him anymore, really?
Acrimonious. What happens to a company if somebody takes a loss? I will answer your question. The
I'm gonna go over Mara real quick.
He is, however, an idiot, which I fear may work against him in a number of situations. I'm also considering Stanley because of all the good that black people have done for America. Andy Bernard, pros. He's classy. He gets me. He went to Cornell. I trust him. Cons, I don't really trust him.
I am okay if I lose every single contest today. Honestly.
Nelly!
Nowhere near the big
Hey,
rock.
I don't want to get
What
hurt
are you
by
doing? No! I see these contests as an opportunity for me to
Look
demonstrate
at that.
Mallard.
Yeah. Actually, I think I'm better off just making a video on this on the side as well because
My strategy is to compliment everybody and just generally have a good time. Great job, everyone. That was fantastic.
there's a lot going on here.
He is a good sport. Which I was
It
just
dipped after hours, right?
about to cheat at.
Actually, I think I'm better off just making a video.
Pam, who came out best in the race, in your opinion?
Karen left her blindfold on the longest, but she also threw her egg at Jim.
Because he wasn't following the rules.
I think they were just having fun.
But they didn't complete their task, Pam. If people can't carry an egg in a spoon blindfolded, then what does that tell
There's
you
a lot
about
going
how
on.
they will be able to manage a sales report or conduct a business call?
Tells me nothing.
Exactly. A good manager has got
Oh yeah, see, so
hungry for success.
$23. 23 is still up here. The question is that gonna carry on into tomorrow, right? So that's something I want to try to pay attention to. So I'm gonna try to make a video on this maybe while the market's still open, but most likely not. Well, we'll see sometime tomorrow. I want to be able to. I just want to see what happens with the stock tomorrow. I'm really excited because it looks like we're working our way up. It's only 2 days into the week, in the business trading day. So, but we have ever since November, since the 6th. Huh. Actually, first level of confirmation is in. I think we're just looking for a more of a like a, we have a 1-2-ish. Yeah, I'm liking this. And then another, and it kind of like retested up here, but then it fell back down. It's currently at 23.
Yeah, you don't grab these for balance.
Actually, first level of confirmation. Previous.
Really looking forward to seeing all my old friends from Scranton.
1-2-ish.
Wonder if they'll recognize me, because I talk like this now.
I'm liking this. And then another, and it kind of like retested up here, but then it fell back down. It's currently at 23.
We're just friends. Hey, wait a second. Who let you in here? That's what I want to know.
Oh, no, I see they're letting just anybody in here.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
I lied to Kevin. Holly and I can never be just friends. I wrote down a list of bullet points why Holly and I should be together, and I'm going to find the perfect moment today, and I'm going to tell her. Number one, Holly, you and I are soup snakes. And the reason is because in terms of the soup, we like to eat. That doesn't make any sense. We're soulmates. Holly and I are soulmates. What is up with you two, Holly?
Value gap overlaps.
Designing the house.
Cool. For who?
And then
AE7 mini PC got me falling in love with gaming today.
Super Shadow 23.
Even 0.1 second. AMD Radeon 780
Shallow.
High fidelity 5. Real world and virtual world, they blur together, no doubt. Ice Blast 1.5 cooling system. Man, it's off the hook.
If this opens below $23 tomorrow, I'm interested in buying, although I want to see what the actual
GoDaddy Arrow helps you get your business online
structure looks like tomorrow. The actual
Great logo and a beautiful website. Just start with a domain, a few clicks, and you're in business. Make now the future.
when this opens tomorrow, I want to see where I'm interested in buying, although the price looks at least like halfway through the trading day.
In his infinite wisdom, David Wallace has authorized us to put on a little presentation about the history of Dunder Mifflin.
Structure looks like
Comic team is back together again.
That's right.
Have you played the news? Extra, extra, read all about it.
Newspapers for sale.
when this opens tomorrow, I want to see where the price looks at least like halfway through the trading day.
I've been making a lot of smoothies lately, mostly from frozen fruit.
I've been eating a lot of turkey jerky.
For the protein?
Convenience, really. It just seems to be around a lot.
Yeah, I want to see when this opens tomorrow. How far it's going, at least halfway through the trading day. And then what the RSI is also where the RSI is also at, because
Fix their parents.
I want to see
They swim in the ocean and they terrorize the whole community.
Yeah, I want to see when this opens tomorrow. How far it's going. I want to see where the RSI is sitting at that point. And what the RSI is also where the RSI is also at, because
Entertain us with a song. Okay, introducing Scranton's Michael Scott performing with Nashua's Holly Flax. I have not seen this.
all this fluctuation right here could act as a magnet as well, and it's pretty much perfectly aligning with this massive candle gap right here.
C, they never met. D, brushing their teeth. How did you know that?
Yeah, I'm, because the purple line was acting as resistance, now acting as support. That's dividing the discounted and premium half of the structure that started in late 2022. Acted as a support right here. Could come down. There could be a retest. We'll see where the stock is at tomorrow. Honestly, I want to see their actual numbers though. The purple line was acting as resistance, now acting as support. That's dividing the discounted and premium half of the structure that started in late 2022. Acted as a support right here. Coming down. There could be a retest.
Agrotourism is allowed.
We'll see where the stock is at tomorrow. Honestly, I want to see their actual
coming to a
numbers.
farm, showing them around, giving them a bed, giving them breakfast. Does the Department of Health know about this? I am not telling you anything. Permits are pending. Dwight Schrute, Dunder Mifflin.
Come in looking for a room.
Okay, this is a misuse of company phones.
It says here you cater to the elderly.
Where did you read that?
TripAdvisor?
TripAdvisor is the lifeblood of the agritourism industry. A couple of bad reviews there, you may as well close up shop. I mean, I've heard of it. It's vegan.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have any special needs or dietary restrictions?
Yes, we will be requiring a bedtime story.
No.
Not even Harry Potter.
No, Jim. Those facts.
You know, I just realized this is Pam's and my first night away together. I used to play it over my head, and it was just a little bit different. Maybe a nice hotel or a romantic dinner.
And wow, it's revenue jumping. See, like this is looking good though. It's like I don't. It's just below Wall Street's expectations, but that's pretty good. 34.5% year ago quarter. I mean, to me, that's good. To most people, this is pretty low for a years of work. For such a high growing, high growth company. Mara fell 9.1%. Yeah, I think this is a good buying opportunity tomorrow. I just want to make sure. I'm trying to think because this is. Yeah, it's not till Q4 report and during Q1 of 2025. That's going to be the next report that really matters. I think this is a good buying opportunity tomorrow. I just want to make sure. The question is too, though, if it's a good buying opportunity tomorrow. It's not till Q4 report and during Q1 of 2025. That's going to be the next report that really matters. The question is too, though, if it's a good buying opportunity tomorrow.
And the best way to start is to hit start. And up comes the toolbar. That's what she said. What we have to do is
I might just look into buying BITU soon instead of Mara. It's just this area is looking really, really good, especially like if it's at 23 after hours. You know, it can easily come down. I might just look into buying BITU soon instead of Mara. It's just shallow. I'm starting to believe, actually. I'm starting to believe, actually. Before the next leg up. Dang. You know, I wish I was paying attention to this actually, because regardless, I'm interested in shorting this. Regardless, we're not going to see higher prices tomorrow. It's going to be a red day because the report wasn't just what wasn't, there, which is very interesting. I wish I was paying attention to this actually, because regardless, I'm interested in shorting this. Regardless, we're not going to see higher prices tomorrow. It's going to be a red day because the report wasn't just what wasn't, there, which is very interesting. It's in line though. See, like I don't see why that matters too much. Yeah, I don't see why it would matter too much. Cause like, if you have earnings, right, for Mara, it's like, all right, whatever, 0.35 consensus, actual 0.35 as well. So it's like, I don't see why it would fall down, you know, more to like below the 0.35 green down there, or even falling below the 120 moving average, because quite simply, I believe it's gonna I think it's a really good shorting opportunity. I mean, the value is there at the end of the day, but if it opens tomorrow low 22s at like a highest, I don't think it's worth shorting. Yeah, I'm just missing info, and I just need this stock to open tomorrow to really see what I want to do. If it holds somewhat strong, like earlier in the day, that'll be great. If it holds somewhat strong, like earlier in the day, that'll be great. Laptop's too loud. Yeah. Especially if Bitcoin, well, it also depends, because if Bitcoin opens tomorrow and we start seeing, first support area being retested again, looking for that previous swing low right here, pushing the price lower on top of the negative earnings report, regardless of it meeting consensus, and I mean higher than the last quarter. And yeah, look at that. Oh right, that's Q3. No. Wait, am I? Yeah, that was Q3. Q4. That's the one we really want to look at, which will be early 2025. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, that one's gonna. Q4 2024 should definitely be B. I think Mara's actually going to be positive on that. The question is what's a good time horizon? What's a good strategy? And is there any opportunity cost tied to this? So I really want to compare. Yeah. I really want to compare Bitcoin price to Mara tomorrow and see what the charts look like then. Because I'm interested in a potentially a short-term long trade. Yeah, short-term long trade, just because I believe it's dangerous to go short on Mara. I don't think the value is there. The profit margins will be too small, in my opinion. Mara. I think that stock only has like Friday expirations too. I'll have to check. It just depends what happens tomorrow. The premium should be low. I think the premium will be fine either way. Yeah, I want to go long Amara if the price drops into the discounted portion of that value gap, where the price just like I just want to chill. Just gonna see what Bitcoin does. It's still in an uptrend, no triangle pattern or anything. I would like to see that first level or first support area get filled a lot more. We'll see what the rest of the week holds. It is supposedly supposed to be a bullish week. It's supposed to be a very bullish month, and so far it is a very bullish month. The question is though, there's actually two questions. I really want to see where Bitcoin's gonna be at like tomorrow. I did a day trade with BITU and it worked out really nicely. I just put 2,000 into it and I was able to get out with 180 profit, just like a little, because I do believe we I'm short-term bullish. I still see this going up because we're as of right now, until this support gets broken and this support is invalidated, then I won't be no longer bullish. The thing is though, I guess I'm more bullish on the core Bitcoin position than the short-term portfolio of like BITU and all that junk. And then I really want to see where Mara is going to be at tomorrow, because negative earnings report, even though it's positive, it's better than last earnings. It's just, people see a negative number and Wall Street's like, oh, it's supposed to be down here, and it met expectations perfectly, 0.35. It's Q4 report that's going to matter a lot. The thing is though, where is that stock going to be at tomorrow? Because I feel like it's providing a lot of value with a proper correction, but it's all question marks until it actually happens. Until we're there tomorrow, we can see what we're looking at.
It's Q4 before that's gonna matter a lot. The thing is though, where is that stock gonna be at tomorrow? Because I feel like it's providing a lot of value with a proper correction, but it's all question marks until it actually happens. Until we're there tomorrow, we can see what we're looking at.
What would you say to those people that maybe they were skeptical motive and they're just like, I don't know if it still seems like it's too good to be true.
I do believe though anyone that picked up Mara shorts right before market close, really good idea. Regardless of the like, what was it, 9% drop or something like that.
I do believe though anyone that picked up Mara shorts right before market close, really good idea. Regardless of the what was it, 9% drop or something like that.
Hey, what's up, Tricky? I just broke down Mara a moment ago, but if you're still watching, I'm gonna jump into that real quick. I'm gonna give you a summary. Of it. Short-term bullish Bitcoin. High 85. 5.
What's up, Tricky?
That was filled either way.
I just broke
Yeah,
up Mara.
it doesn't. It makes more sense for the price to go up than it to go down. There's just I don't really see anything telling me otherwise right now. We just have to wait and see. The RSI RSI really is like the only thing indicating a potential another retest of this first support area, and then you know maybe stretching it just a little bit further down this imbalance. I never ever looked at a GameStop chart just because I just focus on crypto. Like when it comes to my internet is so slow. I need a Wi-Fi extender. I'm just curious though. Like I get so much anxiety when I focus on like just individual companies that don't have like an underlying like reason backing up or being backed by crypto, if that makes sense or not. Because it's like for me it's just so much more difficult. It's like so much like what ifs for me, and I just get like too much anxiety from that. It's like I can't make a solid decision. That's why like a lot of times I shy away. Like I haven't traded like Tesla or like Apple or Microsoft or Google or any of that in a while. It drives me crazy. But I sleep good at night with like Bitcoin trades and stuff like that. Even during the last bear cycle, like I felt pretty good because we all knew like at a minimum, at least last time, it was at least gonna reach down 70% or whatever. I like this though. Like I mean, just I don't have this. Yeah, 90K looks easy. A retest. I think we broke above it or whatever briefly recently. I like this though because it's like all this like kind of like. I'm just hoping this isn't repeating this, whereas like we're seeing that breakdown, right? We're seeing that breakdown. We see a potential reversal. Oh wait, you know what? No, it's different because we never had any break of structure previously. So like from the reversal. So like this is the reversal point. This is how I'm making sense of it. I never looked at this stock before. But like looking up right here, reversal point where we start seeing like a potential like higher high, higher low scenario. We top out right here, never surpassing this swing high. So it never even was a such a liquidity, and it was never a break of structure. And so we just kept breaking down. I hope this isn't repeating that though. We have broken like all these resistances. We did come up from that. Yeah, we came up from that. From all of these. Sort of came up from here. Came back down, but never made a new lower low. Maybe that's where a lot of the value is at. It's like at a bare minimum, I think it needs to. Yeah, it's like Roaring Kitty. I love that guy. He's super cool. Yeah, Roaring Kitty is like, that's all I know. So I'm not sure if that's all of it, but that's all I know. I like this though. So like I like this so far, regardless. I mean, at a minimum, we should see easily the value right here being retested, and then trying to see if we can go higher. I like this actually. That's pretty cool. I like where it's at right now. Like real short term though. Like if we can't break above this swing high, I'm expecting it to come down and then flirt with that 120 moving average once again. Let me break down Mara for you though real quick, man. I don't know if you saw it earlier. But there's two things. I'm gonna try to make a video on this maybe tomorrow. No, it's on my Netflix. I gotta see it, but I gotta see it. It's on my Netflix though. I'm gonna break this for you real quick. I was wrong about two things. Like I don't know. I think I was being too biased. I think I was being too like how do you say it? How do you say it? I was being too range bias, and I'm like, regardless, like, yeah, if we're constantly trading in an area, eventually we're gonna have a break of structure. But I guess that's where you have to be okay. Like for me, like I always tell myself, you have to be okay with missing out on a break of structure, because if the reversal on it is, excuse me, I'm also watching The Office while I do this. So if we're like, like I missed out on this. I wasn't expecting this to happen. And if it did happen, I didn't even think it was like, I think I said this previously. I didn't even think it was gonna break above the 0.618, and then it did. It broke above it quite a bit, and now I believe aftermarket the price came down all the way to $23. So my question is like, well, if the earnings was bad enough to only push it down 9%, and then kind of like, and I also look at the Seeking Alpha charts, and I was looking at like a Yahoo breakdown of the earnings. It's like, and if it's truly bad, which to me it's amazing because the last quarter was worse. This quarter isn't great, but it's much better than last quarter. So then I'm like, well, if if the true like juice is at okay, Bitcoin's trying to go back up to 88. Let's see if we're kind of holding. I feel like, see how the rest of the week goes on it. Regardless, I'm pretty sure that by the end of the month we're gonna be definitely in the 90s, like holding 90s or something like that. And that can influence this potentially, but like real short term, if we're gonna see just like an overreaction of the price, right now it's at 23 after hours, so it's like if we're gonna see an overreaction, it's gonna lead into market open tomorrow, at least pre-market, and then it's like, well, if we can catch this stock within this value gap, I think that's where the support is at, in my opinion. Because like, if you were to just, if I were to just take my, retracement levels I like to look at, they overlap really well within this imbalance. So we actually have, I think, first level I'm gonna try to go over this next time I talk about Mara in an actual video. But we have, ever since here, like we broke into it, we closed the candle, we held, each of these are 4 hours, but regardless, like we held 1, 2, oh, wait, no, yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4. We're like basically about to hit 4 days above the 0.35, because I don't really think this stock will break below the 0.35 tomorrow or this week. But if it does, I like really, really good buying opportunity, because I feel like, forget about this, forget about like the accumulation area, forget about like the first level area, because I personally, I do believe first level confirmation is in, which at this point, and I'm gonna delete it on the video when I do the video, but this is like no longer important, because now we have clear imbalance potentially acting as a magnet coming down tomorrow. So the overreaction of this bad earnings should bring us into this imbalance area. And then I guess what we want to see is like, well, once we're at least around that 0.5, or I'm gonna use that as an example right here in this imbalance area, right here where this previous swing high is. Once we're around this area, like $20, roughly 20 to 21, where's the RSI gonna be, right? So I think that's how I'm gonna go through it, but then there's also the question of like, well,
and then I guess what we want to see is like, well, once we're at least around that point five, or I'm gonna use that
yeah, I agree.
equilibrium is imbalanced.
Like at this point though, at this point, I agree on like potentially ending at 27 now because we have the break of structure. Obviously, we have a clear break of structure. This is no longer important. This is just at this point invalidated because now we have first level of confirmation is in. So I'm looking for a continuation of that uptrend that I feel has been delayed for such a long time, and we're finally gonna work our way up.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
So yeah, I
like at this
think
point,
22 is great.
I agree on like
I think yeah, if you have a long enough time horizon, like at least 3 weeks, like yeah, things are looking good. As long as you're not gonna like put everything in it, because I do believe like 22. I do believe we're gonna see low 20s, or sorry, low 21s, and then potentially high 20s.
and we're finally gonna work our way up.
But like this is looking really really good now because it's better than last quarter's earnings. Like technically today, last quarter's was reported, but you know what I mean. The previous earnings report, it's better than that one. And now it's very. I feel like it's gonna be very very like silly for people to think like, oh yeah, well it's negative. Who knows what's gonna be next month? Or I mean, what Q4 is gonna look like when it's reported in early 2025. Because at the end of the day, it's like, look at Bitcoin. Like if Bitcoin is trading now, and remember Mara operates 24/7. They're like, man, I need an Ethernet cable. My internet is way too slow with, and I have fast internet, but it's way too slow without an Ethernet cable. Either way, if this is how we're popping off Q4, basically since October did start off a little bad, so like that, but then regardless, for the majority of the time, we ended October pretty good. Yeah, we ended October really really good. Yeah, it's always scary. I agree. Like you never know, but at the end of the day, let me take off the office show so I can say this without distractions. If Q4 started off negative, quickly recovered, first month of Q4 ended in the positive, and then whatever it was, I think it was like basically 10%, and then the next month it's like, oh smack, like we're pushing up higher, we're pushing up higher, and we're pushing up higher, and then so like for example, I do believe, I think that like pretty much basically the majority of Q4 so far is very far into the green because like Mara has a really low like mining uh, for a while. I mean, I guess it's just valuations because like they're not being valued how they should be because they're still really young in a new tech. But I feel like they're very very rapidly getting closer to being valued how they should be. So then like if we're up so far right now, Mara's probably like making tons of cash mining Bitcoin at these levels. And if I'm correct, actually, I'm in the stream after this because I just want to go chill, watch some TV. Where's their website? I really want to go to their website because I want to get. I'm sorry, just give me a sec for this thing to load. Oh my goodness. It depends. I'm gonna take the position depends because normally like when there's an overreaction, it doesn't really always take. And I'm gonna tell you two reasons. The first one, it doesn't always take. Um, I want to see it stabilize because I'm gonna get into it in a moment. Just two reasons. I'm gonna give you two reasons. Just give me a sec. Okay, here we go. If I do, I'm gonna show you screenshots either way of the positions I take. If I don't, okay, I'm not gonna go through all this because I'm not trying to load everything. Hold on, sorry. Just go to, just go to, where are they? Here they are. Okay, okay. So this is what I saw earlier. It's like, okay, so they expectations were met, like exactly pretty much, and then uh revenue is still up. 30-something%. Where did it say that earlier when I looked at it? It's up like 30-something% from a year ago today, like earnings, and then I'm trying to. Okay, yeah, yeah, right here. No, no, this isn't the same article I saw. I think. Well, whatever. Basically, the article I saw was it was also from Yahoo Finance. It said that like their mining operations is better. They're holding on to more Bitcoin, so they increase their holdings. They also uh like are improving their hash rate. They're actively installing and operating better mining equipment too. So it's like if they're doing all that and they're doing really well and they're holding on to more Bitcoin, this is the thing. So here's the two reasons, real quick. Regardless of all the bullish momentum and headlines we have, and I do personally see some more, I want to see a one more high opportunity right here because um there's like a liquidation wall up here on the heat maps. So I want to see this like quickly break above it and then see what happens. But like I'm looking for like a little bit one more high scenario where we finally go into the 90s and actually like hold on to the 90s for a moment. Um, but the first reason is every overreaction, especially in such a volatile stock like Mara, which is currently being looked down upon because of its negative earnings, even though to me it's a very very good earnings. It's better than last earnings, even though it's in the negative. It's better than last earnings, and they are improving their holdings and their better mining equipment. Like their hash rates increasing like crazy. So it's like why would anyone want to short this stock for like an extended period of time, right? But here's the thing, like every overreaction I've noticed doesn't always reverse right away. So even if the price does come down tomorrow and we see below 23, we see like 22, potentially 21, like in this area, and you know what, just anywhere in this area, we see it anywhere here. I'm not gonna be expecting a recovery up right away. I want to see it like somewhat stabilized in this area with the RSI being at a really good deal on top of that. And then the second thing is, regardless of me wanting to see one more high on Bitcoin, at the end of the day, it's very overbought. Still, like we're above that 70. We're at 70.26. Looking at Bitstamps quotes. So then the second reason is um there's there's also enough reasoning why the price should come down and retest the first support area, retest the first support area, and even why not even get close and maybe flirt with the $82,000 level too. That's very aggressive. At a minimum, I don't see why we can't flirt with this swing low right here highlighted in yellow, and then find support inside this value gap, this imbalance we have right here, these two large candles on the 4 hour, and then pushing up, and then eventually pushing up higher from there. So if Bitcoin still has the potential and is showing somewhat weakness, I mean, it's holding like honestly for a while. Because how long do we have on this candle? We have 47 minutes left. Um, we're holding this really really well. You can see that little bit of a push up. But if we don't, and we actually do start seeing the price come down and retest and show that weakness leading into market open tomorrow, potentially. I'm not saying it will. Like I said, I'm short term. I want to, I'm looking for this to come higher. But if it does, we can see not just like the overreaction of Mara earnings pushing it down a bit lower, but on top of that, you have Bitcoin's weakness pushing it lower too. So those are the two things that are like I just gotta see where it goes, see how it stabilizes, and then maybe how it stabilizes throughout the rest of the week. But if it does break below this and it comes back, if for any reason whatsoever, if the stock breaks below 20 and it falls into this area, oh yeah, like I think no questions asked. I'm gonna start holding on to it and have a like basically like a month long trade on Mara. Like that's no questions for me, no questions asked. If this thing breaks below 20, I'm going in. Um and I will be doing a little trade on it and holding on to it for like a month and then just, participating in it then as a long trade. But if we don't and we see it, hanging out up here in the more premium half of the imbalance, and Bitcoin is showing that weakness or stretches up a little bit more, but it's showing weakness, like I don't want to risk getting into a trade just because the stock itself is looking good. But then on top of that, any potential Bitcoin weakness can bring it back down, back to where all this value is right here. And like I don't want to, I just like that just turns me off a little bit too much. But I hope that makes sense. Yeah, like the true risk is how long is the actual overreaction gonna last, which shouldn't be long. It's such a volatile stock; it shouldn't be long. So that's not even something to worry about. But then again, it's if Bitcoin shows that weakness, it can just put load on top of that. So I don't know. Hopefully that made sense, man. I'm glad you came to hang around. This is like my first actual live stream technically. I gotta figure out how to open up the chat on OBS here, so I don't have to look at it on my laptop, and I can free up my laptop to like watch YouTube on and I don't know The Office or whatever, or get a second monitor at that point. Then I guess that's probably the way to do it too. But I need an Ethernet cable. That's what I need. I need to go pick one up. But yeah, that's just what I'm looking at. I want to take a trade with Mara. I haven't traded Mara in such a long time. It's been such a while, and I want to also fix up like this, like join our free Discord. Like, oh, that's too much. I want to do like maybe a second camera or do like, excuse me, like a second monitor and then capture that on the bottom portion there and put extra content of me like I don't know playing a little game. Like I've been playing Roblox since it came out, and I'm totally open about that. Like I would love to just play Roblox and broadcast it for you guys, and just we can all just chill. And I want to get like some music on here, so I need to look into that too. I'm gonna watch the money. I'm sure I'll love it. I have some people that have been recommending it to me as well. That some people I know. Um, but I might check it out. I also have some personal stuff happening. I'm going to um what do you call it? I'm going to like explain what's going on whenever whenever it's kind of fresh and like my anxiety is like over the roof. So whenever that like it, by New Year's, I'm sure it'll be taken care of or whatever. But once I'm done with that, I'll make a little video. Um, I'll make a little video explaining the situation just because why not share it with everyone. Um, but I'm just gonna say it has to do with it's a relationship thing. It's a little relationship thing that's really sad. So heartbreaking stuff. So like I'm gonna share that eventually. Just not yet. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill. I really really want to take a Mara position, man. I want to see everything align really well. I'll make a video maybe tomorrow, if not after tomorrow. I mean, I'm not in a hurry with it. Um, soon, but yeah, man. Take care, and I hope everyone else takes care. Um, let's just see how this goes. Let's see what the night looks like for Bitcoin. Let's see how Mara opens up tomorrow. I'm very excited because oh, and I by the way, I did a little short term. I did a little short term. I'm not sure if you're still here or not. I did a little short term BitU trade. I'll share those trends. It was like $180 profit, but I still want to share it. And why I took the day trade, and it's all sold. I'm gonna share that. It might be a good, like, I don't know, learning experience or whatever for anyone that's maybe brand new. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one, guys. Yeah, take care.